Winter weather is here, and many residents are hitting the gym to get their bodies in shape for winter vacations or summer fun. I'm Chris Little.
And I'm Justin Eidelman. We also have breaking news for you after a local middle school teacher and softball coach was arrested for sexual assault. We'll tell you about that here on the Omaha News.
From the studios of UNO Television, this is the Omaha News, presented by UNO School of Communication.
Omaha police arrested a suspect in a complaint of inappropriate sexual contact between an adult male softball coach and a juvenile female Tuesday morning. Daryl Clark is a softball coach for Echoes Fast Pitch and junior varsity coach for Bellevue West. He is also employed by OPS and is a teacher at Monroe Middle School. Clark was arrested and booked at the Douglas County Department of Corrections for one count of first-degree sexual assault of a child, which is a felony offense. Omaha police detectives are unaware of any additional victims. However, they will continue to investigate. Anyone who has information about child abuse, sexual assault, or other crimes is encouraged to call their local police agency or Crime Stoppers.
The relatives of Savannah Height, a 25-year-old Omaha resident, are seeking the public's help in identifying 3 people who attacked her early Sunday morning. Height was out celebrating her birthday when she was involved in an altercation inside. Her husband escorted her outside and they started to drive off. However, Height then began arguing with her husband because she felt he was not being supportive and got out of the car. Her husband drove 30 yards, stopped, got out of the car, and looked back to see his wife being attacked. There were 2 men and a woman. According to Height's sister, the attackers stole her purse with all of her money, IDs, bank cards, and personal items. If you have any information about the incident, please call Crime Stoppers at 402-444-STOP or go to omahacrimestoppers.org.
Planned Parenthood was founded more than a century ago and has received federal funding since 1970. Reporter Tierra Cheray reports the organization could see many changes if President-elect Donald Trump's promises to defund it become a reality.
Earlier this month, millions of people voted to elect Donald Trump the next president of the United States. In February, Trump acknowledged that Planned Parenthood has helped millions of women.
But I would defund it because I'm pro-life.
Now that Trump is slated to take office soon, many women fear what his presidency could mean for Planned Parenthood's future.
It's scary.
Michelle is a breast cancer survivor who had 3 abortions as a teenager.
Planned Parenthood helped me out at a time where I had nowhere else to turn.
She fears that defunding Planned Parenthood could result in more unplanned births as women lose access to birth control.
Having a baby is a major decision, and not to have one is also a major decision.
Planned Parenthood of the Heartland says it understands why patients are concerned, but assures them it won't stop fighting for their right to make their own healthcare decisions.
We will absolutely be here to meet the healthcare needs of our communities no matter what.
In the past few weeks, Planned Parenthood's health centers have seen an increase in patients calling to access birth control.
We do want to emphasize that nothing is going to change immediately.
She says patients will likely have months to access birth control and other services the organization provides.
The election outcomes will not deter us from this critical work. We will be here and we will care no matter what.
Planned Parenthood is the nation's largest single provider for reproductive health care services and remains hopeful for its future. For the Omaha News, I'm Tierra Cheray.
To learn more about the services Planned Parenthood provides, visit PlannedParenthood.org.
The Dodge pedestrian bridge is nearing its 50th birthday in 2018. Residents along Dodge Street and Omaha City Council came together this year in order to help with renovations to the bridge. The Dodge pedestrian bridge was constructed in 1968 to help pedestrians cross Dodge Street on their way to school and Memorial Park. After nearly 50 years, though, the bridge is in need of repair. Omaha City Councilman Pete Festerson noticed and decided to work with a group called Friends of the Bridge.
So I grew up in the neighborhood, and I've always been involved with the bridge since I was a little kid, walking over it myself, so always had a strong attachment to it. And also recognized that it was becoming dated and had some renovation issues to address. And about that same time, the Friends of the Bridge was in contact with me.
Bids put the repair cost at $300,000.
We organized into a grassroots organization, and we called ourselves Friends of the Bridge so that we could have a structure in place to begin a grassroots fundraising operation.
The city council agreed to pay half, while Friends of the Bridge would pay the other $150,000 through private donations. The private fund drive started in March and was completed by August. The repairs will start on July 5th, and the bridge will reopen before the start of school. The group hopes to have a celebration for the bridge's 50th birthday sometime after that, and hopes to raise additional funds to put an historical interpretive sign. The bridge received an award from the American Institute of Steel Construction in 1969. For more information about Friends of the Bridge, go to their website at dodgestreetoverpass.org.
Later in the program, we will take a look at how you can stay fit this winter.
And after the break, we'll take a look at the new personalized UNO license plates.
I have no idea where I'm at right now. I just really need some help. Do you need some help? Yeah. Okay. Library is here. I heard the word help. Yeah.
Student ambassadors are here to give a helping hand to anyone on campus. We're also your one-stop stop for tours of UNO's campuses and providing new student orientation so you can register for classes. Find us in the Welcome Center located next to the Weber Fine Arts Building.
The UNO TV team teaches students the skills they need to take professional jobs in the Omaha community. Through paid positions, students build their skills in lighting, audio, camera work, and other essential control room operations. Programs air locally on TKN and statewide on NHE World. UNO Television, student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
The Library Cafe at UNO's Chris Library is the ideal spot to stop in and grab a bite to eat. Order a hot cup of coffee or other drinks. Chat with friends or study.
This is the Omaha News.
UNO has designed a new way for Maverick fans to show their Mav pride. Our Alejandra Cortez is in the newsroom with the latest. Alejandra?
Thanks, Justin. The university's custom-made license plates will hit the streets of Omaha early next year. I talked to people on the UNO campus to find out more about how these license plates came to be. When it comes to showing Maverick pride, the UNO community has a wide selection of gear to choose from. However, beginning in January of 2017, Maverick fans will have the opportunity to display their pride on their license plates. The marketing director, Emily Paschal, explains what made these plates possible.
In order to get these plates even as a possibility, we had to collect 250 applications from faculty, staff, students, alumni, community members who committed to doing this. So the DMV wouldn't proceed with the plates until they had 250 committed people. And they got them. We got them last week, and now the plates will be on the road.
The new UNO license plates will soon be available for purchase through the DMV website, or you could pick up an application and drop it off at any DMV location.
The price of the plates will be $70 in addition to regular registration fees. Some UNO students and staff say the prize is worth showing off their school pride and have been vocal about their support.
I love that I go to UNO, and I'm really proud of it, so I'd like to display that on my car.
For more information about these plates or how you can obtain them, you can contact UNO or any Nebraska DMV office. Back to you, Chris.
Thanks, Alejandra. University of Nebraska President Hank Bounds announced Tuesday he's appointed a Parker executive search to assist the university in its search for UNO's next chancellor. The Atlanta-based company will assist a 15-member search committee made up mostly of UNO faculty members in finding candidates for the position. The firm is well-known, well-connected, and eager to work closely with UNO stakeholders throughout this critical process, according to Bounds. Current UNO Chancellor John Christensen will leave his post in the middle of next year after 10 years as Chancellor. Parker is charging the university $95,000 plus expenses such as travel.
Growing a family in today's world isn't easy, and with employers looking for candidates to have a higher education when they apply for a job, it can be difficult for any parent. Our Sierra Watson takes a look at how daycares on college campuses can be beneficial for both the parent and child.
Finding a balance between work and home life can be hard, and when you're a parent, adding school to that equation can be even more difficult.
A lot of people, they give up breastfeeding because, if you're a student and you want to breastfeed, that's hard.
The director of the University of Nebraska at Omaha Child Care Center, Don Ho, says that child care centers on university campuses are not that uncommon.
Across the nation, campus children's centers are prevalent in university campuses and college campuses across the United States. We're here to facilitate for the students, faculty, and staff.
Part-time worker but full-time mother, Sydney McKinley, says that although daycare centers are an important learning and stepping stone for young children, those things need to begin at home first.
A lot of parents would like to think that, they can just send their kid to daycare and it's like a school, and why hasn't my kid learned the alphabet yet? And I think that you should do it at home too. But it helps when it's going both places, that's for sure.
Nowadays, child care center involves more than just naps and snacks. Choosing the right child care center involves learning, play, and social interaction with children as well as adults. Here at UNO's Child Care Center, they specialize in that and much more.
You have the MAP Kick program, you have Aim for the Stars, you have the variety of different departments that might be bringing children on to do different activities during the summer as well, to get them that step up, that head start with their early learning.
For the Omaha News, I am Sierra Watson.
Although the University of Nebraska at Omaha's Child Care Center welcomes children from their surrounding areas, as well as children from students, faculty, and staff, it is not currently enrolling new clients. Open enrollment begins at the beginning of each school year.
The Henry Dory Zoo had their 2 millionth visitor of the year Tuesday. We'll tell you about that special occasion after the break.
Also coming up, the cold weather has hit Omaha, and we take a look at how you can stay fit during the frigid months.
Watch ICU Learning English on the Knowledge Network.
A bit about how you're feeling right now.
one thing you would like our viewers to know about this state?
The importance of volunteerism.
What are you saying to folks?
I'm here to discuss these images.
When you can take that knowledge and that expertise and that passion in terms that they're all going to understand.
They need to know the real stories.
I'm Kathy Wyatt. Join us for Consider This each week on NET1.
Just feel a sense of camaraderie with fellow veterans, whether they're young, old, from different branches. Students are able to exchange their military history and also feel a sense of community here on campus, as well as we do have a quiet study area and a computer lounge with free printing, and as well as free coffee. Thing for people, but for vets, it's pretty important just to come in here and just stop by, say hello.
The Creative Production Lab is a space for students to express themselves through artistic creation. Whether they want to do something visual, such as using the 3D printer or laser cutter, or if they want to create an audio project in the Whisper Room, the options are endless within the Creative Production Lab.
This is the Omaha News.
Wintertime is approaching, and with it, holidays, parties, food, and cold weather, making it difficult to maintain fitness goals afloat. In our next story, reporter Jose Rodriguez talks to professionals to get their input on the matter.
Staying in shape isn't the hard part. Starting your routine back up is the hardest thing you're ever going to do.
This is Marin's mentality when facing wintertime obstacles to physical activity. But what to do when weather gets in the way?
I would say control what you can control. And that applies to just about every situation. You can't control how cold it is outside, but you can control what you're doing. So that's when, the planks come in, and the push-ups and the squats.
Gyms are great solutions when weather affects outdoor fitness activities. However, they are not available to everybody, leaving smartphones and the internet as great tools to maintain your fitness life on track.
There are so many apps, even general websites that can run you through how to do basic body weight exercises that are very, very effective for staying in shape until you can get back to the gym. Think of it like a maintenance instead of an improvement phase.
Holidays and food have also great impact on your fitness goals. Skyler shares some tips to help you enjoy your tasty holidays without impacting your body image negatively.
I recommend, if you feel like you're going to eat a lot of food, have a large glass of water before you start eating, as well as filling your plate up with more vegetables rather than those high carbohydrate, high sugar foods.
In case you are lucky enough to have access to a gym, you want to hear this last advice from Marin.
Keep the gym bag in your car, helps out a lot. Try to wake up a little bit early, and just remember the coldest part of the day is just going to be the walk, to the gym from the car. After that, it's going to be really easy.
For the Omaha News, I'm Jose Rodriguez.
Remember to follow these fitness tips in order to keep your physical life active during this upcoming winter.
The Henry Doorly Zoo had its 2 millionth visitor of this year on Tuesday afternoon. The Keys family of mom, Jackie, daughter Kiara, and son Kian, which visits the zoo every week, walked through the gates at 12:05 p.m. and were greeted by zoo staff and director Dennis Pate. The family was given a prize package including zoo gift cards, a gift basket, a 2-year membership, and a personal photographer for the day, all valued at $4,000. This is the first time the Henry Doorly Zoo has broken the 2 million threshold, something fewer than a dozen American zoos do each year. The zoo didn't expect to hit the mark until early December, but a warm Thanksgiving weekend provided a boost in attendance. The new record attendance crushed the zoo's previous record of 1.7 million, set in 2012.
With the changing of the weather comes allergies, and even worse, illnesses like the flu. Alex Abler found out why a person should still get the shot even if they don't believe they will get sick.
Yes, it does work here.
The flu season is almost over, but the threat is still out there. Julie Kolasic, a nurse at UNO's Health Center, says the flu shot is in high demand and is better than ever.
And over the past years, they've greatly improved the flu vaccine as far as covering more of the viruses that are out there.
While Julia says the flu shot is effective, one UNO student sees it differently.
I haven't gotten one in 4 years, and I haven't gotten sick, so I don't see the reason why I should go in.
Senior Ashley Chisholm does consider herself to be a germaphobe, but Kolosik says that if anything, a person should get the flu shot just as a preventative measure, as influenza deaths do happen.
It's the elderly and the children, so think about who you may be around. You may be around elderly parents or grandparents, or maybe there's nieces and nephews as your Christmas break is coming up.
While Ashley does take measures to prevent the flu and other illnesses, Julie says that it really is the small stuff that makes the difference.
Hand washing is good. Everybody needs to focus on that because it can slack off. Coughing in your sleeve. So like this versus putting your hand up to your mouth and catching your cough.
For the Omaha News, I'm Alex Abler.
Julie tells Alex that she still has almost over 100 vaccinations left. There's still plenty of time to make a trip to the UNO Health Center for a convenient checkup. UNO's PRSSA organization is getting into the giving spirit of the holidays. We'll tell you just how after the break.
And UNO has a new art gallery on display at the Chris Library. We'll tell you what's special about the artist behind the art pieces next.
UNO TV invites you to take a journey around the world, to lush jungles with endangered species, to exotic lands and different cultures, to lost cities beneath the sands. Travel through time to see ancient secrets on the other side of the world, the growth of the American West, or the start of Nebraska's largest city. Or just explore our state. Find out about Nebraska in World War II. Learn how Omaha has grown since. Discover the effort to renovate its green spaces, the history of one of its most impressive buildings, or look at its internationally recognized university. For over 20 years, UNO TV has produced award-winning documentaries that explore, educate, and enlighten. To find out more, call 402-554-2516 or visit unotv.unomaha.edu.
Christmas time is a time of giving, and a good way is by donating to Completely Kids. Reporter Albie Delgado has more on the story.
Every year, the UNO Public Relations Society does their research in picking a different charity to help. This year, they are doing a donation drive for Completely Kids.
We do research on each organization. We usually just brainstorm like 2 or 3 and then do research on it, see what exactly their need is, and then after that, the executive board votes on which one we want to do.
Johnson also tells us what exactly is Completely Kids and what kind of donations they need.
An organization that helps families and children in the community who are less fortunate and they don't have as much money to like frequently buy groceries. So they have like a weekend day program where they fill up backpacks with little portable foods like applesauce and like bags of chips, healthy snacks, things like that.
Besides donating food, you can also donate sweaters for children. You can also donate school supplies and board games as well.
Another good thing about PRSSA, even if we don't get the donations that we expected, we'll just take the money out of our budget and buy them the things that they need or just give them, just cut them a check.
For the Omaha News, I'm Albie Delgado.
If you would like to donate to Completely Kids, the last day is December 2nd.
Art galleries are nothing new to the UNO Chris Library, but this one has a special twist. Fine art students graduating get to display their artwork one last time until December 17th. With graduation just a couple of weeks away, graduating students that are majoring in fine arts have put together a final thesis art show in the UNO Chris Library. The Vector Graphic Design Thesis Show showcases the graphic designers and fine art students what they have learned and also the talents these students will use in the future. Senior student Madison Beach, who has a display in the art gallery, says having the Vector Thesis Show means a lot to her and other students to show what they have learned over the past years.
It's really important for us because it's our capstone course, and we really wanted to showcase all we had to offer, all of our skills. We go through a lot of critiques with not only the teacher but with each other, and we just really wanted to show how well we can communicate visually.
Beach says the students wanted this show to be their own. That is why the name Vector came to mind.
We wanted our own take on the show, so we decided to come up with a whole branding name for it. So Vector, meaning a force with both magnitude and direction, and so we took that, and this is basically our magnitude because we all have different directions that we're going. Manager of Possibilities at UNO, Heike Langdon, says why she attends these thesis shows every semester.
It's fascinating to see what different things the students are doing, how much talent they have, how they develop different ideas.
Langdon says this is a great experience for the students before they hit the real world.
It shows them how to put together a show, it shows them timelines, getting everything done in time, it gives them a chance to experience the jitters of a first-time show.
The art show is free to the public and students and is located on the second floor in the library.
Thank you for watching today's program. Be sure to follow the Omaha News on Twitter and Facebook. Also visit our website at theomahanews.wordpress.com for these stories and more.
And for myself, Chris, executive producers Dr. Allen and Dr. Hilt, Director Michael Paholski, and all of our staff who make this program possible year after year. Thank you for watching and making this another successful semester for us. We'll see you for our first newscast on the spring on February 10th.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha is a place for tomorrow's leaders. A place where individuals converge on a path to success, getting the attention and direction they need as they begin their career. It's where students take pride in serving Omaha, a city we've invested in for more than 100 years. UNO is a place where greatness begins. The University of Nebraska at Omaha.